Joe Biden pulls the trigger and decides to cut off Russian oil imports. But he gives American oil a slap in the face at the same time. We've got that here on the Latino Conservative. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Latino Conservative. My name is Andrew Alvarez. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. Before we get started, don't forget, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to sign up for alerts. We're going to talk about Joe Biden and stuff that he's done today. So what has he done? What has he done for me lately? I'll tell you one thing. He went ahead and pulled the trigger and he banned all imports of Russian oil and gas. Now, some people were waiting for that applause on that one, but you know what? I don't see it quite yet. I think it's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us bad. Our gas prices are already at an all-time high right now. And it's because of his failed policy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that he cut off Russian oil. We should have done that years ago. We should have even signed up for Russian oil. Shouldn't have even been a thing. So he is, in a sense, trying to correct what he messed up. You know, when you mess something up and you fix it, that doesn't mean that you did a good job. That just means you fixed your mistake. Should have never signed on or let the Russians build the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. He should have never cut off the Keystone pipeline. He should have never stopped oil leases from happening. But, what do they say? All of these companies are free to pump gas and pump oil and refine it. They're free to do it. That's right. They're free to do it, but not for free. The Biden administration has basically implemented unofficial sanctions on American oil. He did so by imposing very strict regulations on environmental issues, like environmental cleanliness, however you want to say that. He also is charging them royalties, higher royalties that companies have to pay to the federal government. So what has Biden done other than that? He decided to look elsewhere for oil. He didn't say, I'm going to lift these artificial sanctions on American oil, specifically Texas oil. I'm not going to lift these artificial sanctions on American oil. I'm going to go look elsewhere. Where's he going to look? Even CNN called him out on it. CNN said he's looking at other countries that he thought he wouldn't look to help resolve the issue with Russian oil. So what countries is he looking at? Give you two guesses. That's right. We know. We knew exactly where he was going to go to the socialist, liberalist, communist country of Venezuela. Yeah, they're a big oil producer. I get it. I understand that. But we're bigger. He is not sanctioning their oil factories. He is not sanctioning their oil field production. He's not. He's not saying that they have to have certain EPA requirements met before we can buy their oil. He's not saying that they have to pay so much to the federal government in royalties. He's not. He's telling that to Texas and to Oklahoma and to anyone who wants to drill in the United States, Alaska, everyone that wants to drill in the United States. He's given the United States, I said it, sanctions on drilling oil and producing gas. He cut the supply of oil without fixing it first. But back to Venezuela. Who's Venezuela friends with? Oh, that's right. Putin has them in his back pockets. So we're still funding Russia vis-a-vis Venezuela. You think Putin's not going to have them give him the money? Absolutely. He's protecting them, right? Didn't he make a threat one time before, if I'm not mistaken? You know, it's like I said in the last episode. Sorry, I heard something go bump outside my window. But it's like I said in the last episode. You don't quit a job before you have another one lined up. You don't. And that's exactly what he did. But who is still left out? The American worker. The American worker is still the hardest hit because, one, he still hasn't lifted the artificial sanctions on American oil. You know, even though our refining process and our drilling process is by far one of the cleanest operations in the world. But two, because he's going to Venezuela, he's going to a socialist country that's in Russia's back pocket. The gas prices are still going to be up. They're going to continue to go up until we bring oil back to the United States. Even Elon Musk, the maker of electric vehicles, says that the United States needs to be back energy independent. He acknowledged that that statement could hurt his sales because he makes electric cars. But why don't the Democrats see that? Why doesn't Joe Biden see that? Because, I don't know, maybe his son had some dealings in the Ukraine and they let him go. And, now who's invading? What's going on? They're being invaded by Russia, who has Venezuela in their back pocket, who I'm sure is giving money somewhere. Because, Russia, they colluded with Trump. Either way, so I feel bad. I feel bad for him. What is going on in his mind that makes him think that he can get away with stuff like that? Or like how he says, who in the Lord's name does he think he is? Taking away from his own people, given to other people. He is hurting the American people, slapping them in the face, insulting. Before he was in office, we were energy independent. We were a net plus exporter of oil, meaning we exported more oil to other countries than we imported. So we had a surplus. Our economy was good. Inflation was down. Good old Uncle Joe comes in and screws it all up and says, gives a big middle finger, Stone Cold Steve Austin salute to the country and to Texas because of politics. He doesn't like that Texas is a Republican state, wants to do everything he can to change it. Go figure. Hey guys, thanks again for listening to this episode of The Latino Conservative. My name is Andrew Alvarez. Go to www.thelatinoconservative.com. I'll be updating that here pretty soon. You can also find me on Spotify, Anchor, Apple iTunes, Google Play, all of that. I'm going to catch up, everybody. Just got finished with the campaign, so I wanted to make sure that let y'all know that I'm still here. Again, feel free, please, and I'm asking you, like, share, subscribe, comment, drive the relevancy on this. Let me know what you think about this. My name is Andrew Alvarez. Thank you.